Hi everyone, this is Brian, and today's episode is going to be about Dementlieu. I believe that's the correct pronunciation of the realm. This was completely reconned in 5th edition, but we can mix the two, and it'll work. So, for today's episode, we're going to be using things from Ravenloft 2, House on Griffin Hill, the 5th edition book, and Ravenloft Gazetteer number 3 from 3rd edition. Okay, so let me explain the history of Dementlieu. It started out with, actually, wait, that's the wrong Ravenloft, one second. This Ravenloft. Ravenloft 2. Most people don't realize, but Dominic Dehoner's grandfather was the Madame Eva of the second Ravenloft adventure. He is the one who used his mental abilities to randomize that particular adventure. Oddly enough, his grandson turned out to have mental powers to control people's minds. He also had issues with women and ended up killing some, even from a young age. His thing was that he could control people with his mind, but if he was really attracted to a woman, they would find him more and more repugnant. So that was Dominic Dehoner. He was in the first box set. He was in second. He was in 3rd edition. He was all the way through there. He has strong mental powers. His villain that he was competing against was a guy that was known as the Brain. And then this goes all the way to Lemortia, as it was the son of the actual ruler, official ruler of Lemortia. He wasn't a Dark Lord, he was just the ruler. And he got in a shipwreck, and Mordenheim was able to save him by just preserving his brain and making his brain live, so he was a brain in a jar. And so Dominic was competing against the Brain using both their mental powers. In 5th edition, the father now is the brain in the jar. You can actually see a picture in 5th edition of him trying to put himself together. But it was his son in the original series. That doesn't matter right now. Actually, that whole part is not important at all, so we're not going to worry about that. So, the current one has shrunk Dementlieu to the main city, and has a new Dark Lord who does a ball and kills people and whatever. It's actually very interesting how the recon is very interesting, but it kind of goes like this to the people who used to do Ravenloft. So this is what you should do. Both can exist simultaneously. And we're going to go to explain that. We're going to go back to this. In Ravenloft 2, Barovia and Mordenshine were like a dream that people used to have. So this is what I'm going to propose. Both of those, the new and old Dementlieu, or Dementlieu, exist simultaneously together. One is a dream within the other one. Okay. So the new one, well, I'm going to say you can choose which one is the real dream. But how I would do it, I would have the new one being a dream. And so every time the party takes a long rest, they switch between the original Dementlieu and the new one. And so one is a nightmare while you're in the other one. This will work really well. And you could have, say, in the old Dementlieu, graffiti saying, I think the name of the new Dark Lord is Sadria, like Sadria lives, or in books, or maybe they'll come across a fairy tale about her in the real world. But when they go to sleep, they're in and have to face her. And once they go to sleep there, they're back into the other Dementlieu. I think this would be really interesting, and it would also set things up for other really interesting things. What if one of the characters in the party dies in one of those situations? Maybe they can go through the nightmare realms and bring them back into the current realm, and you could use some sort of thing like they used for the Dampier or the Reborn, for a person who's basically a living dream. I think that would be really interesting. So I don't think those are mutually exclusive Dementlieux. I think we can do them both together, and I think it will be cool and awesome. So let's do it that way. And it'll also get those parties that always want to do those long rests something to think about, because they're gonna, when they do it, they're gonna change their location. The more I think about it, the more I think that is really awesome. So I am perfectly okay with the new Dementlieu as long as we can connect it via a dream to the old one. So how would I do Dominic Dehonnaire as a character? I would make him have both Enchanter, Wizard, and Bard levels. The Bard level will be the what is it? The Whisper one, because that has psychic damage. That is a mental thing. And then for a Wizard, it would be Enchanter. So College of Whispers and an Enchanter, I would put Dominic. And again, I would make sure he has at least 8 levels, if not more. But it wouldn't be between 8 and 14. Again, he's a moderate Ravenloft Dark Lord. He's not all the way through. I might give the new Dark Lord maybe some rogue levels. Maybe it was Inquisitor, because she seems to be wanting to ferret out people who are not being truthful. And that might work. So you might want to think about doing that. So that's how I would do Dementlieu. That would seem to be the most thing that makes the most sense. That being said, my next episode, I may actually do an episode about a domain that I've made up myself called the Quitterland, spelled HV, because it is a Viking based domain. Anyway, I might do that. I have a 5-day weekend this week, so I should be able to get maybe 1 or 2 videos out before Wednesday. We'll see. Something may come up. I know I'm not going to be at home on Sunday, so because of 4th of July. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you. Bye.